Good morning. Welcome to your neighborhood Unitarian Universalist congregation, and an extra good morning to Suzanne Maziarz, our music director, who's back from her month-long sabbatical today. My name is Rev Sally. I'm delighted to serve as minister to this congregation here on the treaty land of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. It's wonderful to be here with you, and whether you're here in person or one of our many online participants on Zoom, know that this service is here for you. We hope that you find in it something that you need. For those of us in person, please remember to be aware of the various needs and boundaries of one another while we're together, honoring our mask-required seating area, keeping aisles clear for mobility devices, and also today honoring that this is a no-shoes labyrinth. So if you walk on the labyrinth, make sure you are in your socked feet or borrowing some socks from our basket of socks there at the entrance to the labyrinth. We are a community of many ages and abilities, which means we embrace whatever little noises or distractions might come from being together, and we are committed to a love that makes space for all. If you have a phone or other device that can be silenced, I invite you to do that now, unless your device is something you need to access or participate in the service. And know that our services are usually about 90 minutes long, so if there's anything you need to make yourself comfortable in this space, sit, stand, pace, fidget, go get yourself a glass of water, please feel free to do so at any time. That includes going into the wiggle room just there where there's a couch and some toys, or to the activity table for all ages where we have art supplies and a kinetic sandbox. If you're new and would like us to keep in touch, please fill out a newcomer card with your contact information and leave it in the offering plate when it goes around later in the service. Whoever you are, wherever you are in your relationship to belief, to religion, to this community, we are glad you are here with us today. Today's service is an opportunity to be together, to rest for a moment amid the busyness of the week, and to experience a practice of collective meditation and truth-seeking here in this labyrinth. But before we begin, let's take a moment to remember we are here together, and turn to greet those around us with a good morning, a smile, a bow. After you've greeted or introduced yourself to a neighbor here, remember to wave to the camera and all our members on Zoom. And those online, feel free to unmute and say hello to your fellow viewers. We'll ring our chime to bring us back together in a moment. It is so good to be together, and we know that these conversations will be continued during our fellowship hour after the service. This morning, we are gathered on sacred land that has been home to indigenous communities for many thousands of years. The Mississaugas of the Credit First Nations are the treaty holders of this land, and the Wendat and Haudenosaunee Confederacy lived here before me and are living here now, together with many other First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people. As a newcomer to this land, most recently arrived from the Midwestern Prairie region of the United States, descended from generations of English and German settlers there, I commit to deepening my own understanding of local indigenous communities and honoring their ongoing fight for autonomy, liberation, and the protection of this earth. Acknowledgement is a symbolic gesture. This alone is not relationship or reparation, but symbolism in a space such as this holds power. It's worth pausing every time we gather to reframe the responsibility we each have to land and to community. It's worth recommitting ourselves to taking action in support of Indigenous lives and efforts wherever we can. Now, to draw us all deeper into this sacred space together, I invite you to join me in reading our invocation, words written by our founding minister, Reverend Wayne Walder. Let us cast the circle of a sacred space here. Let us cast the circle of a cherished space here. A space of safety, a place of forgiveness, a place of love. If we want the world to change, we must craft in our space and in ourselves the seeds that grow a different kind of life. A life of graciousness, of creative intelligence, place of life and spirit for ourselves and our families. Whenever we gather, we light a flaming chalice, symbol of our Unitarian Universalist tradition, to mark out this time as special and to invite all to gather inside a warm circle of light. The chalice this morning will be lit by member of the congregation, Pat McVeigh, and the flame comes from this lantern, which is the one that the kids bring with them into the Rainbow Room, symbolizing the inspiring spark of youth that kindles in us all. Pat, will you come forward? And as Pat lights our chalice, may we sing our chalice lighting song. Suzanne will lead us in our centering music.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. It's good to be back. To see you all, sing with you all this morning. So we are going to be journeying through the Labyrinth today. And I thought we could open the service by opening ourselves to what might come as we take that journey. Could I get the lyric slide up, please? We're going to sing together, so I invite you, if you prefer to sing when you're standing, to stand, can feel it. If you prefer to sit and take it in from seated, that's okay too. For me, when I was singing this, I had a gesture for me to really get into the meaning of the song. May I be empty and open to receive the light, I just open my arms to the side so that it's empty, like I'm emptying out everything that's inside to be open, with my hands open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. And then may I be full and open. Even though we're full, we still have room to take in new things. So I just brought my hands back together and crossed them over. So I may be full, but I'm still open, with hands open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. Empty and open and full and open. Okay. I'll sing it. I'll just start singing it. Some of you know it already. Some of you don't. Join me when you want. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I
Thank you. I am honored to be service weaving for today's service, where we will be led into this labyrinth by NUUC member Moira MacDonald. Many thanks to her and to our guest musician, Paul Fabulous, whose music will guide us as we move through the labyrinth later on. I'm looking toward the piano, but I don't actually know where Paul is. He's ever present. He will find us when it's time. Each month this year, we at Neighborhood will focus our Sunday service themes on a different principle of Unitarian Universalism. For October, we are inspired by the fourth principle, which is a commitment to affirming and promoting a free and responsible search for truth and meaning. We UUs can sometimes be known as heady people, prone to intellectualizing and doing all our spiritual seeking up here in the abstract and theoretical, discussing and deciding our beliefs rather than being moved by them. And the labyrinth is a different kind of seeking, an embodied practice of moving towards some truth that we might not be able to put into words, allowing our bodies to carry us along a path that we don't choose. A labyrinth is different from a maze. There are no confusing dead ends or wrong turns. There's only one path, like a river that flows inevitably toward the center. When you're walking a labyrinth, you don't need to make decisions or map your next moves. Just let the flow take you where it's going. My favorite part about walking a labyrinth, in my experience, are the bits when you're walking in the exact opposite direction from where you want to go. You know you want to get to the center, you follow the path, but some of the time you are walking directly away from the center, back toward the edge. So it takes trust that even as you move farther, closer to your goal, winding back and forth, the path will ultimately take you where you need to go. These words were written by Rebecca Solnit, American writer, thinker, and anarchist, in her book, A Field Guide to Getting Lost. She writes, "The things we want are transformative, and we don't know, or only think we know, what is on the other side of that transformation. Love, wisdom, grace, inspiration. How do you go about finding these things that are in some ways about extending the boundaries of the self into unknown territory? About becoming someone else?" Spiritual seeking, the search for truth and meaning, aren't like making a grocery run. We can't simply pick out the things that we need, truth, grace, love, and add them to our basket. The act of seeking is itself transformative. It requires trust, risk, moving into the unknown, and letting the flow of the river carry you towards some new center. It is a gift to be on this journey with all of you today. And Suzanne will lead us in singing Wo Ya Ya.
Yeah. We are going. Wo Ya Ya means we are going. You're welcome to rise to sing. Classic Unitarian hymn and Afro-pop song from the 70s by Osibisa. I encourage you to check out their original version, which is quite a bit different than the arrangement we sing in our UU congregations. Here we go. We are going.
Good morning. I'm Julia. This is the time for all ages, and you might have noticed that things look a little bit out of the ordinary today. So right now, we have the labyrinth all to ourselves, and there are no rules. How fun is that? So the congregation will have the opportunity in a while to walk the labyrinth in a meditative way and behave yourselves. But for the next few minutes, next 3 minutes to be precise, we can dance, skip, walk, run, like it's totally up to each of us. And nobody will judge us, right? And of course, our shoes have to be off. So are there any? I would invite the kids, yes, and any playfully minded adults too who would like to explore it in a maybe more unusual way. It's up to you. Yeah? Oh, that's really nice. I see a few people. I'm going to take off my shoes.
Well done.
That was so much fun. Thank you.
All right. We're sending the children on their way.
I never thought about doing that, but that looked really fun, and I'm really glad that I sat down for it because then I could take in the whole thing, but thank you. That's a new twist on the labyrinth. That's a keeper. Good morning, everybody. For anyone who has ever lost their umbrella, their jacket, their bag, or, goddess forbid, their phone, while on the bus, the streetcar, or the subway, the TTC's Bay Station Lost Articles Room has been a steadfast beacon of hope. For 60 days, 30 for bicycles, the Better Way will store your lost item until you can be reunited with it. Up to 200 personal belongings end up at Bay Station every day, even as you see in the slide above me, skateboards with the TTC subway mat printed on their undersides. Sometimes even having a map isn't enough to prevent something from getting lost. I first learned of the TTC's Lost and Found as a high school student a number of decades ago. Our geography teacher sent us out in pairs on a citywide scavenger hunt so we Scarborough kids could get a little more familiar with the big downtown. It was an assignment of embodied discovery, one where we had to find oddball landmarks and bring back proof that we had been there. We even had to get the signature of the doorman at the York Club. Now, if you don't know, the York Club is the exclusive club of the Liberal Party operatives, conveniently located for scavenging high school students close to the St. George subway station. It's right around the corner. Big house, looks different than everything else. That's where they hang out. I don't remember what we had to get from the TTC Lost and Found, but as a perpetual loser of things for all of my childhood and well into adulthood, it was a revelation to discover a fresh source of potential recovery and redemption. Lost and found. Proof that other people lose their stuff too. Friendly folks to help you find it, like Justin. Though I would guess most items are never reunited with their owners, and we can only imagine or speculate why. There is no lost and found room for this, bless you. There is no lost and found room for the stuff that makes up our lives. And it's not just stuff, is it? We can feel lost ourselves and long to find our way. I can certainly say that for myself. Still, it's intriguing to speculate what might be in that room. I imagine a lot of lost maps, perhaps masquerading as life goal to-do lists. But what about lost hearts, lost beloveds, the people we used to be? Where and how would lost dreams be kept, I wonder? Even more interesting, I think, would we all be rushing to that lost and found of our imaginations if we knew what we had lost was still there? What would we really like to find? What might we choose to leave behind? What would you be searching for? And what do you search for now? The labyrinth before you comes from an ancient symbol found in many different cultures and with a variety of meanings. And the one that's displayed here is from Gase Cathedral in San Francisco. Among the meanings of the labyrinth is the inner journey, the journey of the spirit, whether that be to the divine, to truth, to source, creator, or to some deep insight, or something else beyond that. To travel the labyrinth is often a journey of seeking. Those who follow its path may set out with a specific intention or a question, or they might have no other intention than the experience itself and what, if anything, it might reveal. The labyrinth that's in our space today is similar to one in France's Chartres Cathedral, which you see here, and that dates back to early 1200. The cathedral's website says that, about the labyrinth, that the energy that can be found here is within the people who walk it, praying and being touched by the grace of the moment. Despite appearances, as Sally said, a labyrinth is a one-way path that will take you to its center. There are no dead ends, even if we might think that at some point. Labyrinths can be traveled in many different ways. They can be traveled on foot, on paper. You could dance it if you wanted to. You could travel a labyrinth, a hand labyrinth, by tracing your finger in sand. I've seen that before. Or you can draw your own. This morning we have printed labyrinths for anyone who would like to follow the path that way. And of course, everyone is invited to step onto the labyrinth in a few minutes if you choose to do that. Regardless of how you decide to travel it, I encourage you to consider something you may have lost. Maybe a wish to, perhaps something that you've lost that you wish to find again. But maybe it's something you'd like to lose for good. Or even to lose yourself in the experience, what Rebecca Solnit in her book, A Field Guide to Getting Lost, has described as a voluptuous surrender. What you get out of the experience is, with apologies to the Ontario license plate, yours to discover. And that may not be immediately apparent. If you lose anything today, may it include your expectations about the outcome. If you are joining our service online, I invite you to take 3 or 4 minutes to quietly journal, to doodle, or reflect on this prompt. What have you lost, or what would you like to lose? Some of you online may have downloaded a printed labyrinth that was part of Friday's emailed service invitation, and you could have that in front of you to trace if you like. Alternatively, for anyone out there, there will also be an image of a labyrinth on your screen that you can trace with your eyes or your hands if you wish. And if you are watching the service live, as opposed to the recording, after a few minutes of quiet reflection, I invite you to unmute and engage with your fellow Zoom attendees. Maybe you can discuss what came up for you, what you felt you lost or you found in the meditation. We will all come back together as the in-person labyrinth walkers finish up and reconnect with the sung meditation on breathing. So, if you have not done the labyrinth before, you begin your journey from what's called the mouth of the labyrinth by the pedestal there. It's a gap opening at one end, and then you just start from there. You go one step at a time. For those who are in the sanctuary, we will have, we call them jewels. They're little colored stones available for you to take and hold during your journey if you would like to do that. We also ask that if you are walking, that you remove your shoes to protect the cloth. We've talked about that ad nauseum. We've just been asked to do that by the owner of this labyrinth, and that's Jubilee United Church. But if you really need shoes to be able to walk, and you have brought clean ones, very clean ones that do not go outside, then do wear them if that allows you to do this walk. While every life journey is individual, we travel with many others around us, and so too with the labyrinth here. It is an opportunity to practice graciousness on the path, so if someone is coming the opposite way, silently, just make room for one another to pass. If you find you wish to move faster than the person ahead of you, you may pass. Just use grace as your guide. As well, I will be standing at the mouth or beside it to stagger each person's entry to create some space and avoid labyrinth traffic jam, which can happen with many people. When you reach the center, so that's sort of that flower image in the middle, take a few moments there. Exhale. It won't be the lost and found at Bay Station with its bins and its shelves. But nevertheless, open yourself to whatever might be there for you. And as you make your way out of the labyrinth or out from the center to the opening of the labyrinth again, just follow the same path you took to reach to the center. No need to rush. If you are walking the labyrinth, when you are done, you can return to your seat and sit in quiet contemplation. Your labyrinth trip is done, but this journey, of course, never ends. We keep losing things, and we keep finding others as we move through our lives and our own inner paths. There's no way to do this wrong. It's all spiritual experience and spiritual practice. We practice something because it's not perfect. We practice because practice is the journey. And I'm grateful to again have the fabulous Paul Gasztold, who, can we actually see Paul now? Yay! See, he was everywhere, and now he's there to play and accompany us on our journey today. So let us all, at this point, deepen into this moment. Breathe in and out. I will go to the opening of the labyrinth and position myself there to help people get onto it, and we'll stagger entry. Once I'm there and Paul has started playing, when you feel you are ready, just rise and queue near our opening. If you would like a printed labyrinth brought to you to follow, or and if you would like a jewel just to hold in your hand where you are seated, just raise your hand, and Rev Sally and David will bring those to you. And for anyone watching online, as I said before, just spend a few minutes journaling or reflecting, then feel free to unmute and share your reflections with one another.
When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. Receive the light. May I be open to receive. May I be open to receive the light. May I be open to receive. Breathe in. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out.
It is with deep gratitude that we find one another and find ourselves here. It is with love that we breathe into this experience together. Thank you all for being part of this in whatever way you were. We've reached the time in our service for our offering when we pass the basket and take up a collection that sustains the work of this congregation. We, like all UU congregations, are self-supported, no greater church that sends us money, which means keeping the lights on and salaries paid comes down to us. Members and friends of neighborhood give either through offerings in the basket, QR codes, or from their banks. Whether you're here in the sanctuary or online, you can use the link displayed on the screen, which leads to our donation page. Taking this offering is about practical need, but it is also a weekly ritual, a chance to lean into our mutual reliance on one another, our commitment to keeping this community going, and our investment in a future together. So if you have found love and acceptance here, if you have found home here, if you have known kindred spirits here, let this offering be a token of your gratitude for our common life as we build the common good. Please give whatever is generous for you, and know that no matter the amount, it is gratefully received and will be put to work right here in our community. The greeters will carry the baskets around, and please bring them to me. when the money is collected. And as we pass the basket, we will also share some of the life of this community. And I will invite Pat McVeigh forward to say a few words about our upcoming auction.
Well, I'm a little shorter. Okay, just a little shorter. So good morning, beautiful people. Our auction is getting started, and our goal this year is to try and reach our $8,000 mark. And we've got about 83 items so far, but there's still room for more items and or services. Personal services, you might be able to put a certificate forward for. So we welcome hearing from you. Emails are on the poster for reaching us. And we're taking our items in now to the youth room, so you can bring items in. And please put your name on the items if you're dropping it off on your own. And I think that's about it for now. There'll be more announcements later, so thank you very much for participating.
Thank you, Pat, and thank you to our volunteer auction team for all your hard work. Some more things going on in our community today after the service. There will be an update from our finances team. So if you want to know where your money is going and how it is doing, all your questions will be answered right here in the sanctuary at 12:30. There will also be pizza, I believe. So stick around, eat some lunch together, and ask any questions you have about how finances work here at Neighborhood. Also today, the OWL parent info session will be happening. That will be in my office with Julia. This is for our comprehensive sex ed program for grades 4 through 6. If you have questions or want to know what that's all about or how you might get involved, please attend that info session. This week also is our last chance to sign up for the Active Hope small group. This is a group for processing and working together to try and find ways to hold on to hope in trying times and make it into something that's not just ephemeral or emotional, but real and practical, something to hold on to. The sign up is on our table out there that has our neighborhood banner on it. Next Sunday, our service will be The Stuck, a social presencing theater service led by Natalie Zend. We might not have a slide for it, or the slide will appear later. This service will be an embodied practice. You don't want to miss it. It is inspired by and in conversation with our movement Saturday night services. If you've been to those and felt that those really connected with you, please be here next Sunday as well. After the service on Sunday, I see, I'm skipping over. This is on Tuesday evening. We're having a Zoom workshop with a visiting author. This is open to the entire Danforth Multi-Faith Commons. It's on our home Zoom link, so you already have the link, especially you online. Just join us there at 7 p.m. this Tuesday. It should be incredible. I'm following the slides now instead of moving ahead. Next Sunday after the service, we're having a disability justice and inclusion lunch. You'll see some posters advertising that around our space. Guest facilitator Fran Odette will lead an engaging, interactive, transformative workshop. We're hoping for high attendance. This is an important part of our commitment as a community to be as welcoming as we possibly can and to tend to the needs of all different types of people who are part of our community. And people yet to come, people who are part of our community. There will also be pizza at that event. Also next Sunday evening, there will be an experiential learning, a workshop on the power of singing for de-escalation and co-regulation in protests led by the Samudna Protest Choir. This will be, again, right here in our sanctuary, 5 p.m., and all are invited to attend. Donations are welcome rather than ticket prices. They are raising money to go to Brazil to take part in the Artivist Conference, and this is their practice workshop, so we get to help be their guinea pigs. Here's the next Sunday service, The Stuck, with Natalie Zend leading us. I think that's it, but I don't want to cut us off. Joe Jenks, of course. Joe Jenks is coming here in concert. He is